Hello friends, welcome to Coding Host YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain you Java program from TCS PRA exam. Here you can see that we have to create a class college with below attributes. So class college, and inside of this class we have to make these 5 variables. After that, in this class we have to make getter, setters and parameterize constructor. So here you can see that we have 5 variables, so it's mean that we have to make 5 getters and 5 setters. But later in the program we do not have to use all the getter and setters, so we will make the getter and setters later according to our requirement, like which getter and which setter we have to use. For now we will make the parameterized constructor. So I will use the class name, and inside of it we have to take these 5 variables. Now we have to initialize our variables. So we are taking values from these variables, and we are storing all these values in these variables, because later we have to make objects. After that we have to make class solution with the main method public class solution, and inside of this class now we have to make our main method. Now inside of this main method we have to take our inputs for these variables. So during the TCS PRE exam, in the question, if you go down in the question, you can also see that they will also provide you some sample input, so you can see that how many total inputs you have to take. So first I will import the scanner class. So I will write here import java.util.star. Now in this main method I will make the object of scanner class. So you can see that in the input, first input is 4. It means that we have to make total 4 objects, and for each object we have to store these 5 values. So first I will take the input for the 4. So it will tell us the size of the object array. So int n equal to sc dot next int, and after that I will make a object array. So college c equal to new college, and its size is n. So now it will make a object array of size 4. So you can see that here this is our 5 values for the object 1, and after that this is the next 5 values for object 2. Now this is the next 5 values for third object, and this is the next 5 values for object 4. But here you can see that there is also one extra input. So why we have to take this extra input? So in the static method you can see that you have to make a method which will search college by address. So you have to make a variable of address type. Later you have to check that address variable in this static method. So I will make here for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than n and I plus plus, and inside this for loop now we have to make these 5 variables. Int id equal to sc dot next int, and after this we have to write sc dot next line. We have to use sc dot next line with the variables like int, double, byte and float, because when we are taking input for this variable the scanner will not move in the next line, so we have to write a line so it will move in the next line. The next variable is string name, so name equal to sc dot next line. So here we don't have to use sc dot next line again with the string. Here we have taken the inputs of the 5 variable. Now we have to make objects to store all this value in them. So I will write here c of I equal to new college. This new keyword is making a new object, and here it is calling the parameterized constructor in which we will pass all these values. So now it will make a object and it will store all these values. After that you can see that we also have to take a extra input for the address outside this for loop. So string address equal to sc dot next line, and after that we have to close our scanner. So sc dot close. So here you can see that how it will take the input. First it will make a object array of size 4, then for loop will start when the value of I is at 0. So first it will take the input of these 5 variables, and then it will make object 1, and in the object 1 it will store all these 5 values. After that I plus plus, so at index 1 it will again take the next 5 input for this variable, so next 5 input, and then it will make object 2, and in the object 2 it will store all these values. So this is how it will make for object, and it will store all the values in them, and after that we will take the input for the string address. And now we have to make the static method. So we have to make a static method find college with maximum pin code in the solution class. This method will take array of college objects and return the objects having the maximum pin code if found, else return null if not found. So I will make a static method outside of the main method. So public static, and the return type of this method will be of college type, because here you can see that we have to return the college object having the maximum pin code, so its return type is of college. Then the name of the method is find college with maximum pin code, and this method is taking a object array, so college and C. Inside of it we have to write a program that will take the object with the maximum pin code. So first I will make a null object variable college m equal to null. So this variable can only store one object, and for now it is null. After that I will make a variable int max pin 0, because we have to find maximum pin code, so I have initialized its value is 0. After that I will make a for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than c dot length and I plus plus. Now inside this for loop I will write a if statement. If c of I dot get pin code, so now we have to make a getter for getting the pin code from the object. So now in this college class I will make a getter public int get pin code. After that return this dot pin code get is ready. Now I will use it here. C of I dot get pin code is larger than our max pin variable. I will write max pin equal to C of I dot get pin code and m equal to C of I. Before this for loop we also have to check one thing, that if the object array we are taking it is null or not, because if this variable has no object and if this for loop will execute, then we will get error of a null pointer exception. So to avoid that error I will use a if statement here. If c not equal to null, and if this object array is not null, so only that time this for loop will execute. Now after that we have to write our return statement. Here they are telling that if object with the maximum pin code is found, we have to return that object, and else not found we have to return null. So I will write here if m equal to null, so in that case we have to return null, and in the else part we will return m. So now I will explain you how this method will work. So you can see that I have made a empty object variable whose value is null right now. So this variable has no value, and after that I have made a variable maxpin whose value is 0. Now after that we will check that if this object array is not null, so if this condition is true, then this for loop will execute. Now this for loop will start from 0. So you can see that at index 0 we have this object 1 in the object array, so it will check the pin code of this object. So its pin code is this, it is larger than 0, so this condition is true. So in the max pin variable we will store this pin code from the object. So now in the max pin variable we now have this pin code, and in the m variable we will store the object at index 0. So now in the m variable we have object 1, and in the maxpin variable we have the pin code of the object 1. After that I plus plus, so now index will become 1 if pin code of object 2 is larger than maxpin variable. So in the maxpin variable you can see that we have 695.001, and in the object 2 pin code is this. So you can see that object 2 pin code is not larger than the maxpin variable, so this condition is false and these two statements will not run, and the value of maxpin variable and the value of m variable will remain as it is. And you can see that pin code of the object 3 and object 4 is still smaller than the maxpin variable. This if statement will still remain false. So after that, when this for loop will stop, we will check that if m equal to null. So you can see that no, m is not null. In the m variable we have object 1. So this if condition is false and this else condition will execute, and we will return our m object. So this is how this first method will work. Now we have to make the second method, public static, and here we also have to use the return type as college, because here they are telling that we have to return the object which have the same address like that address variable. So here we also use college, then search address by name, and this method will take two arguments. First is object array, so college c, and next that string variable, so string address. Now here we also have to make a empty object variable, so college m equal to null. I will take a for loop here for int I equal to 0 and I less than c dot length and I plus plus, and in this for loop I will take a if statement. If c of I dot get address, so here we have to take address from the object. So now we have to make a getter, public string get address, so return this dot address. Getter is ready. Now we will use it here. C dot I dot get address dot equals ignore case. So in the question they will tell you that if you have to use case sensitivity or not, but in this question it is not mentioned that we have to use case sensitivity. So here we will simply ignore the case, and inside of it I will pass the address variable, and if this condition is true, so m equal to c of I, and here we also have to use if statement before this for loop. If c not equal to null and address dot length not equal to 0, so we have to check these two conditions first before this for loop will execute. After that we have to return this m variable, so I will copy this if statement and I will paste it here. You can see that this method is very simple. Here you can see that we are only checking the address of the object. If address of any object will match to this string address, so that time we will return that object to the main method. So you can see that our static methods are ready. Now we only have to show the output. If we are getting an object which is having the maximum pin code, so now in the main method we have to print all the attributes of that objects, means that all the values of these 5 variables. So here I will make a object variable college result1 equal to find college with maximum pin code, and I am passing here the object array. After that I will take a if statement here, if r1 not equal to null. Now here we have to print the attributes of this r1 variable. In the question they will also tell you the sample output. So here you can see that input 1 is here. Here we also have the output 1 for this. So you can see that here we have to print all the 5 attributes for the object we are getting from the first static method. So for printing the id, name and contact number, we also have to make the getters of these 3 variables. So you can see that our all 5 getters are ready. So now we will use getters here to print the output. So now you can see that we have printed output. when r1 is not null. Suppose value of r1 is null, that means we are getting null from the static method. So in that case what we have to print? So here you can see that they have written it should print no call is found with mentioned attribute. So in the else part I will print here. So whenever you are printing the output, check the spelling of every output and symbol is right, and there should not have any mistake of uppercase or lowercase letter. So in that case you will get error. Now next we have to print the output for the second object we are getting from the second static method. So in the sample output you can see that here they are printing the 5 attributes of that second object. So I will copy this if else statement for object 1, and here I will take the object from the second method college r2 equal to search address by name, and here we have to pass that object array and address variable. I will copy this if else statement here and I will write the name here r2. Here you can see that this is a mistake, that the name of the second method is search college by address. So its name is search college by address. So I will copy this name and I will also paste here. So you can see that our program is ready. So now let's run the program. So now I will enter here all these inputs. I have entered here all the inputs. Now I will press enter. So here we are getting output. You can match the output from here. Like here we are getting the attributes of the both objects, object 1 and object 2. So our output is same. So this program is working fine. So in the program you have seen that we have not made any setters because we did not require the setters in this whole program. So whenever you are writing the program, do not write all the getters and setters first. First make the static methods, and then you will come to know that which getter and setter you have to make. Thanks for watching.